culturally, in the baby boomers generation, wearing a trouser for ladies was absolutely wrong because the classification of women that wore trousers in that generation was pretty bad. They put them in the same category with men who were using studs or earrings, sagging their trousers. They just believed anybody in this category is a hooligan. So it was a cultural thing. So they came to scripture with an already made up mind, and then they decided to force the text to say what it was not saying. The first time I had a conversation with somebody who is in the baby boomers generation about this, he said, wearing of trousers is a sin for a lady. And I asked him, where does he say it in the Bible? He went to Deuteronomy 22 verse 5. A woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for such as do so are an abomination unto the Lord. And I asked him a question. When did trouser come into existence? That's the first question. From Genesis to Revelation, nobody used trousers because it was not an existent reality. In fact, it was until the 14th century that trousers became mainstream. So my question to him was, when did it come into existence? Many years later. So the whole idea of trousers was a cultural derivation. Human beings over time thought, okay, everybody's wearing skirts, everybody's wearing gown. Even throughout Bible times, it was skirt, gown, garments, mantle, shawl, different things, but there was no trouser. So they were like, everybody's wearing gown, let's innovate, let's create. And then they now decided to create trousers. And the first set of people who used trousers were men. So it was a cultural derivation. God had no business with the decision for men to wear trousers. The human beings who decided that men would wear trousers later decided that they are ladies' trousers, that they are unisex trousers. But as usual, what was already accepted as the norm was the norm. They decided that they are not going to shift. It was decided before that men will use trousers, let it remain like that. Women will use skirts. There is no bearing from scriptures, because if we were to go by that scripture, when it was given, male and female alike were using gowns, were using skirts. So we would be wearing gowns and skirts and just differentiate it to maybe the patterns. In as much as you are very, very passionate about making the scriptures say what they do not actually say, the interpretation that was intended in that scripture is not what you are explaining it to be right now. I know you do not agree with me, it's fine. You will not agree with me because this is your mindset. You've grown over time to believe that this is true, and it's fine. Everybody is entitled to their mindset. But what we will not have is you painting somebody bad, you calling somebody a hooligan, calling somebody an unbeliever because they are on trousers, when the Bible you are reading did not say that. You're actually the one forcing that interpretation on scripture. Culture